I know y'all motherfuckers heard this shit before. Talk is cheap. Who the fuck you think you is? Who gon' stop me? 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 Who? You? Not hardly. Seriously, I lyrically render thee my enemy. Your intentions be clearly, sincerely to be the end of me. But I am what you pretend to be. You lack this intensity. I presently possess the tendency and weaponry to breathlessly in your tendency. The bullshit that you mumble don't make sense to me. You really wanna get at it? Say my name, I'll make it happen. Fuck the chitter chatter, let's get this shit cracking. Who gon' stop me? 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 You? Not hardly. My superior interior rearranges your scenario. You're so mono-minded, but I spit this shit in stereo. You should've let it go long ago. Streamline flow like Taekwondo. Play my game, give a go in this studio. Yeah, keep the head spinning like vertigo. Feel what I mean? Michelangelo. No one can never quite do it the same. Pray and take aim. Claim all the fame, I'm after one thing. Check my family name, bitch. Stop me? Who gon' 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 stop me? You? Not hardly.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
You need people like me so you can burn your fucking fingers.
I am the prodigy, probably an oddity, commodity to fuck up your psychology. I honestly, possibly, constantly body these fucking wannabes. I am the novelty, fulfillment of the prophecy. I am apostasy's atrocity, demonstrably an anomaly. Just check the verbosity of my anthology. What you want, I do this shit unconsciously. I told you after Devil's Night, I'm coming down swinging, hit 'em with that boom, and keep their heads ringing. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. But you sleep, I told you what I do. What if I just switch the flow, let the pieces fall, call it domino. I kill in force, Idaho, you the hoe. I know you know how to ride this boat, rodeo. Like fuck with you a little, ripple, cripple. But I give you this pickle. What am I trying to say? If A can beat me, then we can see it. And after that, yeah, you can get the D. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. But you sleep, I told you what I do.
Say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word.
It's the last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this. let me tell you. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Atheist Network Group. You have stumbled upon an atheist YouTube channel where we love theists most of the time. Most of the time. But it's your boy Oz. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday evening. I'm excited for this stream, but I'm excited about this stream because I'm excited about, well, 2 streams tomorrow, which we'll talk about. But obviously the return of UDC Ultimate Debate Championship.
Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this
Bottoms
bitch
up,
get set.
motherfuckers.
Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set.
Jen and I, we dance across the room. From across the room. Any hoot, as Jenna would say. Any hoot. No, last night we had the kickoff for So Sizzly, the guys I DJ with, and for we had our first concert last night. And obviously, anytime it's your first show, there's wrinkles to be ironed out, so on and so forth. But all in all, it was pretty fucking badass. And one of the main reasons it was pretty fucking badass is Jenna got to be live and in person for a So Sizzly event. And we'll have some pictures and things we'll be distributing here in the very near future. But before we get into anything tonight, first of all, what's up, everybody in the chat? Pound it. Yay. Let's see, just really 2 things to talk about. Because UDC, that's what we're here to talk about primarily. First of all, just go stream and buy my music. It's a shameless plug. Just go do the damn thing. Support your boy. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart. If you still iHeart, all of those places. Go support your boy. And then the Atheist Network Group presents Better 2023 in Columbia City, Indiana, at the Van Buren, August 5th and 6th. And official, Jen and I did the walkthrough at 2:30 this afternoon. And we're both even more excited than we were previously about the venue. It's gonna be badass. And we're going to get to do all of the things that we were promised we would be able to do last year until Christians got involved. And the owners of this venue are badass in all the good ways. And kind of our sign off as we were leaving, it was a husband and wife, and she said, in lesser words, I don't really care what y'all do. Just don't burn down the building. Just don't burn down the building. That's all we're asking. Don't burn down the building. And I think that's it. Yeah. So let's get into it. So, UDC. First of all, I'm just, I'm fucking pumped that it's back again.
Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get set. Everybody in this bitch get tips. Everybody in this bitch get tips. Everybody in this bitch get tips.
It's back. So, if you didn't know, now you fit in to know. So, UDC started its origins about two and a half years ago, and was on a hot streak and getting a lot of traction and a lot of attention. And then when my mom passed, this is one of the things on the many things, but one of the things on the channel that just slipped through the cracks, and I just 100% dropped the ball on. And I'm sorry, but not sorry at the same time. But I feel like it's something that is deserving of a resurrection. And I want to say I think, but I'm pretty confident this is very unique to anything else that I've seen personally, or that I've watched or heard here on YouTube or anywhere, is taking this debate format that we see like on modern day debates or Standing for Truth, whatever other debate channels are out there, and to each their own. I'm not shitting on either of them, but I very quickly and easily get bored with just the back and forth, and like there's nothing to break up the monotony. And I find myself just clicking away. So my thought was, let's take and I do want to say Pasta Mike had definitely had some involvement in this, but let's take this debate thing and let's UFC or WWF it. What up, Shane? What up, homie? Let's UFC slash WWF it, and let's give it some charisma. Let's give it some spice. Let's give it some energy. Let's give it some entertainment. How dare us? Anywho, so that's how this format came about. So I'm going to explain the format, and then we'll watch not the entire debate, but some of the different sequences and things like that. I'll show one of the previous debates that we had, that we can see it. But it's the debaters or the interlocutors, they do not get to Nevermore Tavern. What the fuck is going on? Great to see you. Great to fucking see you. Verillion, great to fucking see you too. And yes, there's smack talk. And that's what I'm getting ready to get to. There's all the smack talk. There's all the shit talk. So as far as the format, it is still very structured. There's 5-minute openings. There are 10-minute cross-examinations. And there's a 40-minute open conversation and 5-minute closings. Now there's two things. Mania's here. And hold on, guys. Let me start the intro music and everything over again, because Gurr finally showed the fuck up. So we can we can start over because Gurr's here.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand?
Psych. What's up, Gurr? So I think there's two. No, I don't think. I'm pretty damn confident. There's two things that separates UDC from the rest of the debate channels, or the channels that lean to hosting more debates than anything else. And one is we don't have a moderator, we have a referee. And that referee, once things start to get off topic, so to speak, or things start to get shoved, off the path, the referee's job is to jump in and say, okay, both of you steel man each other's position right now. And give that argument, steel man that position, which I've personally not seen anyone do. And that I give a shout out to Dr. Josh, because he was the one that gave me in the channel that idea. And I love it because it cures a lot of the nonsense. You're wrong. It was the first 5 minutes. So fuck off. No, I'm kidding. I love you. But typically you would be correct, but not tonight. That's why you have to practice better skepticism. Yeah, so there's the referee, and then in between rounds. So as I mentioned, there's an opening. There's an opening round. There is the cross-examination round, then the open conversation round, and then finally, obviously, the closing statements. In between each round, there's commentary. Now, that commentary, depending on the topic, depending on what comes up, what's being discussed, can be serious. But don't be surprised if there's shit talk. And God forbid, in a world of debates, there's comedy. God forbid that there's comedy. Or there's sarcasm. Or there's entertainment. That allows people to have a little bit of fun. But that's what we do. And then lastly, at the end of the debate, everyone gets to vote. Commentary or MC, that's up to the listener. That's up to the listener, Sage. That's totally up to the listener. But yeah, at the end of it, there's a link that will be pinned at the top of the side chat, and everyone that's watching and viewing, the viewers, at least in the beginning stages, until we figure out the best method, the viewers decide who wins and loses. That way there's no, well, I think I won because I felt confident. No, I mean the listeners are listening, the watchers are watching, and you get a say. You get a say. So I love the format, and believe me, we caught a lot of smoke in our first 4 or 5 debates that we did, because before we started doing the polling, we would have I can't remember exactly how it was structured, but we would have a host and a co-host. So the host and the co-host had a vote, and I don't remember there was a third, and I don't remember what it was, but we had like 3 or 4 debates in a row where we actually gave it to the theist. And it was like, what the fuck? But it was about argumentation. Who brought the best argument? Who did their homework? And we all know this about debates. Who gave the best show? Who gave the best show? And I know some don't like to think about debates like that, but when we're talking about YouTube, that's what the fuck time it is. So we either embrace it or don't watch or listen to it. That's up to the viewer. But then I was like, well, no. Then instead of us just taking the smoke, let's open up. Let's create a poll. We'll put the poll in the chat and let the chat do the poll. And guess what? The winner is... the winner is... And we did. I think it was 3, maybe 4 in a row that we awarded the Theist the win, the W, the big dub. So we definitely were as neutral as possible, even though obviously I'm just a quiet little atheist. I don't say much, but no, even as an outspoken, passionate, God-hating, sin-loving atheist, I can take a step back and be as neutral as possible as far as argumentation. Again, presentation. You can tell when somebody's done their homework. And did you bring the smoke? Did you bring the smoke? Yeah. So that's kind of what it looks like. And I will say this for those that have seen prior UDC debates, as far as presentation. I've said it more than 100 times on live streams. When I create shit, it looks like a kindergartner created the thumbnail and the background and all the other shit, right? It just looks like a kindergartner did it. Well, now Jenna's already been showing me and putting in front of me the graphics and the background and the intros, because in between each round, there's like a fight segment, like a video fight segment, so to speak. That says, opening statements or cross-examination, etc. This looks like some fucking UFC, WWF, like ESPN Sports Center shit. Mine looked like a kindergartner just copy and pasted from some Fisher Price shit. So not only are we bringing back UDC, but it's going to be sexy. It's going to be sexy. So the link to the first debate tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern time is up at the little tippity tip top of the side chat. Please go subscribe and share the hell out of that. Share the hell of that, because this is a completely different format, a completely different style than I've found, that I've seen. And I think it's great to there's still the ability to learn, be educated, receive great information, and still have a shitload of fun. And I like fun. I like fun. And big shout outs to Jenna, because when we relaunch this tomorrow night, it's going to be the same format, but man, it's going to look and present and appear so much better than before. So Jenna, I love you and thank you for making me look way better than I am.
Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex. Everybody in this bitch getting sex.
Bum, bum, bum. Yay, yay. So if anybody has any questions in the chat about UDC or anything maybe that I missed, what it looks like, what any of that, let me know. And before I kind of give a build up or introduction to what we're getting ready to watch, and like I said, we won't watch the whole thing, but just give a little sneak peek if you've not seen one before. I want to put at least part of a debate up here so you guys can kind of see the transitions and things like that. But I also, in the side chat, want to put a link where if you'd like to co-host, referee, or if you'd love to debate on the UDC channel. I'm going to put the link in the chat for that. And put your name in the hat. Ultimate Debate Championship, Sage. So it's very, very similar to UFC as far as name is concerned. Okay, I cannot. There we go. All right, so if you'd like to debate or, like I said, help co-host, referee, whatever, there it is. And I guess the last thing I'll say before we play a little clip here is once a year, at least once a year, we'll see how it goes. If it picks up steam like it did before, it may be twice a year, but at least once a year, we will hold an Ultimate Debate Championship tournament. A tournament. Yes, a debate tournament. It's structured very similar to the NCAA basketball tournament, if you're familiar with that. But there's, if you're not, there's rounds, you know, and I think the first one had 4 rounds and then the championship, if I remember correctly. And the first one we had, there was a $500 cash prize. And then there was this motherfucker. And I just shined this little son of a bitch up. Like that's not like this shit you buy at fucking Walmart for little Johnny to pretend he's Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior. I paid dollars, lots of dollars for this shit. And I meant to have, and I didn't. I failed as a host. I meant to have the picture of the winner, the champion of our first debate tournament, which was Godless Engineer. I meant to have the picture of him ready, holding the belt over his shoulder, and I fucking forgot to load it. But yeah, there's a lot of pieces to it, but they're all fun. Like, it's not confusing. It's not boring. There's a lot of just a lot of fun amidst getting edumacated. That's badass, Sage. Hell yeah. Pragmatic Crystal, yeah. GE1, he beat Just Jeff. Just Jeff in the championship. The debate topic was, does Bigfoot exist? Oz, someone told me some doctor guy made a snarky comment about me in one of your recent streams. Can you confirm? If true, I'll make a meme about him and show him who's boss. Well, you know, what's problematic with that question is I really only roll with doctors. So which doctor are you referring to? Because I'm a doctor. So that you definitely need to be more specific. That was a very general question. Yeah, me. All right, so I will roll a little footage here. Like I said, we won't go through the whole thing, but some footage from one of the previous debates we had, And this one is, well, you know what? I even need, grr. I even need to make sure this is clear. So this one dates back to when we first started with this idea. And let me make sure I pulled up the right one here. Nope. See, I'm glad I did that. I pulled up the wrong one. Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy. Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy. Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy. Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy. Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy.
All right, let me pull one up that I know for sure. Oh, that one. Yeah, let's use this one. Oh, come on, internet. Play along. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so what had happened was, so this dates back to before, before we rebranded and became Tang, or the Atheist Network Group. This is when it was still the Atheist Round Table, and it was Tart Live Debate Night again before officially branded UDC, but it's the same format. Just it took on a different name or a new name that we went with, but you'll get the idea. But for those that weren't aware, when we started, it'll be 3 years in April. The channel, it was the Atheist Roundtable, not the Atheist Network Group. So here's one more drink track for you, and then we'll get this shit rocking.
Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy. 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 Everybody in this bitch getting tipsy.
All right, y'all ready? So, like I said, I'll speed this up because my intention is not go through all of this, although I probably could because it's highly entertaining, this particular one. Oh boy. But I'll save us the time. But so this was this debate was between let's see, I'm terrible remembering the names. Let me just pull this back out here. Go to the where'd the damn description go? Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. Yeah, Hyperhumanity. If you're familiar with him on TikTok, and then TJ, I can't remember TJ's last name. And the topic was the Bible God is the devil. We shall proceed. Why are you being stupid, YouTube? Why is there no audio? Share audio. I did that. Share the audios. Play the videos. I don't know why the audio is not playing. Uno momento. The producer says uno momento, and I look, I'm about to punch somebody. Well, let's get ready to rumble.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. 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 Everybody in this bitch getting set.
And the producer removed the screen. I don't know what's happening. She shushed me. She shushed me. Awkward silence. See, that's the thing. I love awkward silence. Other people are like, get nervous and scared. They don't know what to say or do. And I'm like, no, just be quiet. Wait for someone else to respond. But, no, it's badass to have this relaunching tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I was going to wait, but while we're waiting for Jenna to fix whatever I probably fucked up, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern time, we have Mark Reed debating James W. The topic: should the death penalty be abolished? And actually, what I'm really into is we obviously we'll have debates about the God conversation, or debates around theism. But I love the first few that we're so far that we're focusing on aren't God argument type debates. They're like real life, real life shit. So, like not made up shit, but real life shit. Oh, let's see. See if we got it.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. Everybody in this bitch getting set.
Let's see if we can hear these motherfuckers.
Lay that down simply. All right. TJ, the guider.
Good job, babe.
Tell us a little bit about you, what you got going on, how can they find you, man? All right, well, we wait on TJ. So
I just want to say, rewatching this now, you can tell that Eddie and I are both ADHD as fuck because our I just lost the word. God damn it. No. What is it when someone has a thing? Like some people like snap their fingers or roll their thumb, or they have what is that? Yeah, I lost the word, but you can tell we're both ADHD because we have these like twitches, and it's like rubbing the beard, moving the eyes. It's when you speed it up. Oh God, it's so obvious. But I love Yeti.
The guys already know the format, so I'll go ahead and go over the format. Why?
That means you can find him in the dark. Crawling in the dark. Who was saying?
And I'm gonna refill my drink. Why you see it? Because part of this is the first transition. So,
all right, TJ, can you hear me? TJ?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. So tell everybody real quick a little bit about you, and then where they can find you.
I'm 17 and I'm Christian, and you can find me on my TikTok with I spread the gospel on TikTok, and I try to reach as many people as I can. And I'm here to defend that God is the loving God and the true God, and not, in fact, the devil. So, yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right. So everybody knows the format that's tuning in tonight with us. Again, we appreciate everybody that's hanging out with us. So it'll go 10-minute openings, 10-minute cross-examinations. Then we'll have a 40-minute cross-examination, then 5-minute close, and we'll do some good old Q&A at the end. And Hyperhumanity is taking the affirmative position on this, that God is indeed the devil. So he will be going first. So as soon as I'm off screen and Hyperhumanity begins to speak, I will start his 10 minutes. So gentlemen, we will run the video. As soon as you come on, it's go time.
All right, so to begin, the ancient Gnostics was a radical group that used to believe the Christian God was in fact the devil. Okay, as the story goes, the devil got kicked out of heaven, came down to earth, and then positioned himself as the true God when in fact he wasn't the true God. The ancient Gnostics knew that the true God, the really true God, was all about peace, love, and knowledge. And they looked at the Christian God of the Old Testament and saw that he was a God of war, violence, hate, jealousy, the exact traits of the devil. So in the Bible, the devil is clearly defined as the great deceiver of the world and the father of lies. The Bible even gives the devil the title of the God of this world. The devil, as we read in the Bible, is very cunning, smart, and deceptive. The Bible even states that the devil is capable of disguising himself as the angel of light. This means there's a fake evil God called the devil running around earth, disguising himself as a God of love. So now that we know there's an evil God running around earth, trying to pose and pretend to be the true God, as humans, we must critically examine every God in this world to decipher who's telling the truth and who is actually deceiving us. So again, the definition of the devil is an evil God who's pretending to be good. So all we have to do to find the devil is to locate an evil God who's trying to pass himself off as a loving God. And in my opinion, that's the Christian God. So the first part that I'm going to start off with is moral perfection. The Christian religion and the Christian God claims that God's morally perfect. Christians also claim that we cannot examine God's alleged objective morality. However, in the Bible verse Genesis 3:22, according to the Bible, when Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge, the Bible clearly states man has become like gods and now know the difference between good and evil. So based on this verse verified in the Bible, humans actually have the intellectual capacity to not only understand morality from a human perspective, but we actually are equal to the Christian God. Therefore, when Christians claim that we cannot judge or examine God's behavior, this is false information. The Bible states in Genesis that we are on an equal moral basis with God. In fact, in Genesis, it's God's word himself that says the morality of knowing good and evil that made man become like God or equal to God is his words. Therefore, no Christian alive today can make the claim that as humans, we're not able to judge God, because the Christian God himself verifies that we have the knowledge to judge him. So the Christian God in the Bible supports slavery, right? Owning another human. Many Christians, in fact, call themselves slaves of Christ. I find this wrong. Yet we all know the concept of slavery is wrong. Slavery on earth is wrong. Therefore, slavery in heaven is also wrong. The principle of slavery does not change just because humans go from earth to heaven. If we as humans fight against slavery on earth, then we must fight divine slavery in heaven. Here's the highest of knowledge. Above slavery on earth is freedom on earth. Well, above slavery in heaven is divine freedom. Do you not deserve divine freedom? In the Bible, it clearly states that when we ate from the tree of knowledge, we were equals to God. So why would God create you in his image and then enslave you? This doesn't make any logical sense. Only the devil, the adversary of God and the human race, would seek to confuse the human race and enslave them and get them to worship him. And yet this is the exact definition of the devil in the rebellion story. He tried to overthrow God and become worshipped. Christians then go on to also claim that God, whatever God claims to be good, is simply because God says it is so because he created the universe. Yet there's no actual evidence that God created the universe, the Christian God that is, and just by him saying it's good doesn't actually make it good, right? You cannot confer ontological reality onto something through the process of assertion. Where is the evidence? Where is the proof? Where is the airtight rational logical argument? What ontology or epistemology are the Christians relying on to make this objective claim? To my knowledge, no Christian ever in the history of planet Earth has ever put forth any rational argument for the existence of God's objective morality. So in this debate, I'd like to ask my opponent, where is the objective proof of claim for God's objective morality existing in the world today? Christians will usually claim that it's because God made us. But something the Christians deem good, Muslims actually deem bad. And both of these contradictions supposedly come from an objective source, an eternal creator God. Yet these objective moral sources that come from two different gods completely oppose each other. So how do we know as humans which God is correct? Well, you have to provide actual objective proof of claim, something neither Christians nor Muslims have ever provided. Although we might say that there's no actual exact objective morality, there are commonly accepted notions regarding morality in the modern day world. For example, almost everybody would agree that people are to be held accountable for their own actions, not the actions of others. Yet Christianity condemns the entire human race to eternal torture for the actions of Adam and Eve, people who possibly may have never even existed. This is a complete violation to morality based on the general meaning applied to human life in the 21st century. No logical person alive today.
So I'm muted for a second. And hyperhumanity fucking destroyed in this debate. And to be fair, I don't think TJ should have ever signed up for this. I don't think TJ should have ever signed up. He was not prepared for this. Hyperhumanity is a very, very sharp, very, very intelligent person. And TJ at this stage, from what I've heard after this, is he's not even a Christian anymore. He wasn't ready for this, and if anything, I don't know. Maybe this ass whooping learned him something. I don't know. But I'm more showing this because it can get heated in the debate, but the commentary and everything, we still have fun. So let me try to fast forward to the next break here.
I stole, and they was greedy. And he says, you are like your father, the devil, not your father, the devil, the father, the devil. He's comparing them to the devil for their sinful acts. And that's all I got for this part right here.
What it do, Eddie? What it do?
What it do? I'm just over. I was trying to hyper talk so fast. I was like trying to take notes. I'm just like, and I was like, okay, forget it. Just whatever.
I was actually keeping opening, but now that you say that, it did remind me of when Eminem get going on the beat. Damn machine gun. But here's what I'll say. Usually the opening statements, I don't put a lot of weight into it, Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's more about, setting your position, what you believe, what you don't believe, that kind of thing. But great job. And I just want to say, everybody, I don't even have time to go through the chat right now, but every single one of you that are hanging out with us tonight, we appreciate it. And make sure you go hit the like and the subscribe button. And we put out content for just about everybody here, so whether it's debates, call-in shows, one-on-one interviews, Pasta Mike does his Atheist Pizza interviews, one-on-one. We got a little bit of anything and everything for everybody, whether you're an atheist, theist, or you don't even know what the hell you do or don't believe.
I think Pasta said he's going to fly me first class somewhere and put me up like a skyscraper somewhere for the Atheist Pizza show. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Let me throw something out there real quick, please. All the Christians that are in the chat, I'm a Christian too. Okay. Could you please stop saying Jesus is Lord and putting prayers in the chat, because there's a lot of people in here and there's a lot of interesting comments that are just blowing up and going past and nobody can see them. Thank you for the support. But please pray silently without typing, and we don't need to see Jesus is Lord 1,000 times. Okay. Yep. You can have it.
Yep, I'll say this and we'll bring the other guys back on. If Pasta says that my wife is his boo one more time, you guys won't see him. You guys won't see him in Macon, Georgia. Let's just say that.
Well, hey, it'll be Pasta's secret weapon will turn into Oz's secret weapon in a heartbeat.
All right. So the next round is cross-examination, 10 minutes apiece. We'll do it just like we did last time. Hyper, you'll go first, and then it'll go over to TJ. So let's get these guys back on here.
Get that money.
So yeah, my whole point in showing this, and we will have debates like this also. Like the Bible God is the devil. Like I want to get outside of just the does God exist? What is our grounding of morality? What's up, Megan? But I want to get outside of because again, that's part of what birthed UDC to begin with. Is I just get so fucking bored, especially when it comes to origins. How did we get here? Is Christianity rational? No, you believe in make-believe. Of course it's not rational. Of course it's not. I want to talk about other things. I want the debate topics to be about other things. What's up, Tina? Tina's in the house. Tina. So yeah, I wanted to, and again, don't get me wrong. I want there to be hard-hitting topics where all of us are challenged and we can learn and take things away from it. But also want to have fun, man. This shit shouldn't be fucking drop boring every time we do it. So, as you've seen a couple of the transitions there. Let me do. I'll play one more here. That way you have a little bit of an idea.
It says it at the beginning, for the day of the Lord is near. It shall come as a destruction from the Lord. And then in the middle of that verse, it says, and I, as in God, will visit the evils of the world. And I will make the pride of the infidels to cease. Therefore, God is the one performing these acts.
No, man.
More clear. How would you
To
interpret
cease. Okay, look. He says, I will go and visit the world.
All right, hold on. So we're always going to treat it fair here. So 10 minutes is up on the cross exam. You guys can go back into that on the open dialogue. But TJ, it's now your turn to ask questions, and Hyper Humanity has to answer your questions now. So,
and this is one where we didn't have the referee, because normally we have the host, co-host, and there's a referee. This one, probably due to scheduling, whatever. I don't remember. We didn't have a third person that was the referee, and it is in the cross examination. When it's your time to ask the questions, the other party does not get to ask shit. They don't get to ask shit. They only answer the goddamn questions, and then vice versa. Then when it goes to the open conversation, then it's you get it in, but still the referee's responsibility is, if it's getting off the path of the topic, it's the referee's responsibility to jump in and say, okay, both of you steel man each other right now. Are we on topic? Steel man each other's conversations. And that's where this is so fucking different, man.
I'll take myself back off the screen, and as soon as you start to ask questions, I'll hit the stopwatch.
All right. So you claim that the Christianity God, the one who loves us, doesn't love us. In fact, he is the devil. Okay.
True.
So my question to you is, so you walk around these abortion clinics and you walk around all of this evil stuff that's not moral at all. There's no way that you can justify that it's moral at all. You cannot sit there and say abortion's right, because it's a living cell. It is living and it is growing.
On a drunk. So why was he? So why was he?
Can you give me the statement? The
I don't have it on me
scripture.
exactly. But I can get it up. Yeah, I can pull it up.
I'm gonna need that before I argue against it. All right. And I want it straight out of the Bible. I don't want nothing on Google telling me. Like, I want it out of the Bible.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Y'all look that up, because we just hit the end of the cross examination. So I'm gonna get my boy Eddie on here so you guys can write down some notes. Take
I just say, who's that sexy motherfucker? No, I'm just playing.
a deep breath, stretch, because we're getting ready to go into the 40 minutes of open dialogue, so you're gonna need it. So I'll bring Eddie on. Y'all get all that shit together, and it's about to go down.
Oh, I missed this. I can't wait. Missed this shit.
Man, made me break out the Twizzlers. My blood sugar's all over the place.
Yeah, damn. No, it was that was good, man. It was good. Now I can only imagine what the open dialogue is going to feel and sound like.
Yeah,
but I always like to, especially when we have a guest, a host or co-host, Eddie. Before I say anything, that way.
Yeah, Crystal, I can't tell you how many times. Once we started like really implementing that and making it not just a point of moderation, but a part of the fabric of our format, it changed the game, and people knew it coming into it, is that they had to fucking listen. They had to fucking listen because you may have to steel man your opponent's argument. So you actually have to fucking listen. Oh, Ox, I love you, but get the fuck out of here. Rigged. If it was rigged, just Jeff, which was part of our channel at that point, would have won. Oxy.
It doesn't sound biased, like I'm going one way or the other. And I don't know why you're on the little screen there. Here you go.
Oh, yeah, hey, there we go.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So I always count the opening statement and the cross examination kind of as the first round, if that's what you want to call it. So those two piled on top. Which takeaway first round?
Well, Sean wanted a Twizzler, so here's your Twizzler, Sean. You know what? I admire TJ because of his age. I'm not sure if he's done any debates or not. He's obviously pretty new at it if he hasn't. And you know, a lot of people, they in the chat section, they like to, you know, just fire away. And even for Hyper, you know, they don't understand when the camera's on you. I mean, even though you're not, you know, like on TV or something, you still have a lot of people watching. And
that's my point. It's like the tournament came down to arguing about Bigfoot. So I'm with you. It's meant to be entertaining
together, but that's going to be an experience thing, man. That's, you know, TJ's young. It's going to take a while. The fact that he's even doing this, you know, he gets an applause from me.
I'm talking about,
and finally, you know,
I'm talking about TJ. When I said that up top, TJ should have never signed up for this. He was ill-equipped for this argument.
State your case, and that, you know, depending on what your argument is, that's not a long time. So great job, and that's why I wanted you to go first, because to me the way I always I guess.
Pat Lowinger is in the building. Prepare to be pat slapped.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. 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 Everybody in this bitch getting set.
Yes, Ox is the token troll. I am Ozzy. He is Oxy, and has literally logged in as Oxy before. That's how much we love each other. But let's get towards the end of this. Like I said, I don't listen to the whole thing. Come on, interwebs. Come on, interwebs. You suck.
He heals these people. He brings these people back to life. He does all these miracles for all these people. But yet he's still evil. He still hates them all. And I don't understand how.
Oh, Jesus, Mike. Damn it, Oz. That's all I'm saying here right now.
Yeah.
I know. I want to be fair. You guys know. You guys, hold on. You guys know I'm always going to be fair, or at least I'm going to do my best to always be fair. And his shit was cutting up bad as hell. And I want him to have a fair shake there before we go into Q&A, and it be treated. Everybody be treated evenly when they come on the tardy tarts.
Chico dropping the fat dimes, man.
I remember that now.
Chico, he's like a male gigolo or something, I think. So if you want it to be asked to Hyperhumanity or TJ the Guider, that's the way to do it. So I'll get Eddie on here. You guys can have a second to stretch, get a drink, whatever, and then we'll get back at it.
Oh, I put this shit in.
Sweaty Eddie, I always forget to hit there's your bald head. There's your bald head.
Yeah.
There's your bald head.
Gotta get my bald head up in there.
All right, so I'm always being an atheist channel. I'm always going to defer to the Christian first because I always like to be fair. So you give your opinion first before I say a damn word.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
You know, okay.
Yes. Yes, what? Yes, we like pizza. Pasta
Yeah.
Mike's pizza. Like, well, yes, to what?
Ooh, I like me some pastas. I like my pasta with a side of Mike. But
All right, let's wrap this shit up.
Hot.
so here's where I'm at, Oz. Okay.
Break it down.
If this was TJ on the affirmative, I would say he's lost handed.
I just rewatching this now. I got a little beefy. I got a little beefy back then. I got a little beefy.
I think that Hyper has supported his position a lot better than TJ has attacked it or supported, the questions that come at him. But I'm just not getting the, back to the original, what the debate was about. I think debate style and the better points goes to Hyper. I think TJ's given him, great effort, being young and fresh and new and all of that. And but I just, I got at this point, I think Hyper has won by style points, and some better points. Also, I'm not sure how it ties back into the original topic. So on that, I'm up in the air.
and yes, so to try to go along with what Eddie just said and keep it short so we can get back to the closing arguments, I grade simply on presentation. Who presented their argument the best, and who held their position the best. And what I've heard, I actually disagree with Eddie. The last couple times him and I have done this together, I agree with him. I disagree with him on this because I believe that hyperhumanity has actually done a very good job of aligning the evil acts of the God, especially in the Old Testament, with what would be Satan, or what would be the devil, what would be evil. I think he's done a very good job of that. And TJ, again, I love his tenacity. I love that he comes with grit and he's getting after, he's going after. I love that and admire that, and what he's doing, especially his first live debate like this. Mad love, mad props to that. His first one. Yeah,
okay,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to take anything away from the dude, period.
Well, let me throw something in there real quick with you. I agree with you on what you said. He has definitely shown how on his position that he would see God as Satan, this, that, or the other. I'm just the thing I was talking about was like the original. There's a God, but the Christian God is a Satan God. So that's or a Satan, or that was the only kind of link that I was kind of missing there. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. He has thoroughly supported his position on why he thinks that God is evil, or the Christian God is evil. So
yeah, and what I would say for TJ is win, lose, or draw in this. Great job. And you should take all of this and study this and restudy this and study and restudy this and be more empowered and more equipped and better equipped in the next time you step into a debate ring or debate forum to do this. So I mad props for doing it. But so far, hyperhumanity has demonstrated, especially with the Old Testament scriptures, which I know very well, of depicting and teeing up this God to being evil or Satan or the devil.
Yeah. So and yada there. Yeah, hopefully you guys get a good idea. If you weren't familiar with the UDC debate format, again, we let it go, like get it in, like let it get heated, let it get spicy. But in between rounds, we're gonna talk that shit. We're gonna talk that shit, and we're gonna have fun. There's another transition right there. We just do that work. Do that work. And I don't know why all of a sudden the chat is so obsessed with my tongue. They're obsessed. Give the people what they want, babe. That's what they say. Give the people what they want. Give the people what they want. And And yes, Oxy, specifically, you asked for it. So I love you. Ain't no shame in my game. Ain't no shame in my game. Well, Jenna can tell you more. Jenna can tell you more. I'll let her tell you more.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. 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 Everybody in this bitch getting set.
I love you. And see, I fucking love having fun. So yeah, we're gonna do debates and have fun, and we can talk about tongues and hairs on tongues even when we have debates on UDC. Because that's what the fuck we do. We have fun. Babe, is there anything I've missed? Okay. So Jenna is creating a QR code and those things. Especially when we do the tournaments. Because like when we did the $500 cash prize for the winner, like all of that came from donations. So there's going to be a separate account that's just for UDC and the tournament. So all that'll be available very, very soon. Very, very soon. But other than that, if no one had any questions or anything in the chat, I know there's a bunch of other people live right now, so I didn't expect a huge crowd or response because it's not an actual debate. It's kind of gearing up for it and prepping for it. But for those that listen to this later tonight or in the morning or whatever, just a reminder, it is the return of UDC tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah. Mark Reed versus James W. Should the death penalty be abolished? What say you? What say you? And like I said, at the end of it, there will be the ability to vote, and you have a voice on who wins and who loses. I think that's all. Y'all in now, and because I have a lot of work to do musically, because as well as our concert went last night, there's a lot of shit to get worked out. And now that I've had some time to decompress, I have to, as the DJ, because I control the music, I need to make sure my shit's in order. And then if it's not, then that's on them because they didn't correct the shit. So I'm gonna have my shit in order. Yeah, I mean, right, babe? You were there. You was there. You was there. Let the church say amen. Hey, fucking man.
Everybody in this bitch getting set. 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 Everybody in this bitch getting set.
Yeah, so the link for tomorrow night's debate is at the tippity top of the chitty chat. Go do that, subscribe, and please share because I am confident in the format, the structure, and the presentation we're bringing, especially now that Jenna's in control of the graphics and artwork. It doesn't look like a kindergartner did it. This is going to blow everyone out of the water that's doing a debate channel right now. And I'm saying that, and I'm putting all my, I'm saying that with all my chest. I'm saying that with all my chest. Modern day debates, standing for truth, and whoever else, you don't want this smoke. You do not want this smoke. I'm just saying. So I got some work to do. I'll stream while I'm doing the work, but as far as UDC is concerned, you don't want this smoke.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Do you understand? You need people like me so you can burn your fucking fingers.
I am the prodigy, probably. An oddity, commodity to fuck up your psychology. I honestly, possibly, constantly body these fucking wannabes. I am the novelty, fulfillment of the prophecy. I am apostasy's atrocity, demonstrably an anomaly. Just check the verbosity of my anthology. What you want, I do this shit unconsciously. I told you after Devil's Night, I'm coming down swinging, hit 'em with that boom, and keep their heads ringing. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. But you sleep, I told you what I do. What if I just switch the flow, let the pieces fall, call it domino. I kill in force, Idaho, you the hoe. I know you know how to ride this boat, rodeo. Like fuck with you a little, it'll ripple, cripple. But I give you this pickle. What am I trying to say? If A can beat me, then we can see it. And after that, yeah, you can get the D. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. I told you what I do. Boom, I told you what I do. But you sleep, I told you what I do.
Say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.